Hey, I'm Joel with Power Stance Import Export, and if you came across this video through an eBay listing, thanks for watching. That's what these videos are for. But if you happen to stumble across the video through a random search or YouTube suggestion and you have any questions about these vehicles, don't hesitate to give us a call at the number listed here, or find us on Facebook, Instagram, or the YouTube channel at Power Stance Import Export. We are the largest supplier of Land Rover Defenders in Michigan and most of the Midwest. So if you've ever wanted to own a Land Rover Defender, give us a call, find us online, and we are a licensed used car dealer right here in Oxford, Michigan. Hey folks, and up for sale today I've got a gorgeous 1995 Land Rover Defender 110 county station wagon, 5-door with the 300 TDI in sand glow yellow. Now this is a UK import. It's right-hand drive. It's now located here in Michigan and comes with a clean, clear Michigan title. So let me walk you around the vehicle. I'll show you the inside, outside, underside, and we'll go for a test drive as well. So this, as you can see, is a Camel Trophy replica. Every single bell and whistle that comes on the Camel Trophy originally is on this vehicle, including up front here, the winch bumper, the brush guard, and this winch does have the nylon rope as well, which is nice. Makes it a lot more user-friendly. The front tow hooks, upgraded LED lights and signals, new light surrounds, new front grille, new radiator. Intercooler looks good as well. And under the bonnet here, this is the 300 TDI, looking very nice and tidy. I see a fresh gasket there on the timing belt cover. I see a new temp sensor there as well. Head gasket looks fresh. That looks to have been replaced recently. Air filter looks nice and clean. There's your brake booster. Hoses all look good. And then on the intake side of the motor, I don't see anything dripping down the side of the motor, so the intake gasket is good. Looks like a new alternator, new water pump. Hoses all look good. There's your footwells, great shape. Backside of the bulkhead as well. This is a new bonnet, beautiful shape. We do have these little brush guards to keep the tree branches off the vehicle. Full-size spare mounted on the bonnet. We do have the Camel Trophy badge on the roof rack with the floodlights, the snorkel, gloss black wheel arches, 16-inch steel wheels, and these are Cooper Discoverer STs, 235/85s. We do have the galvanized inner wheel liners, Camel Trophy badge on the driver door, and these doors are in fantastic shape. No corrosion, no rust or any bubbles or anything like that. No welds or repairs on the corners. So these doors are in fantastic shape. And as you can see, there was no overspray or paint on the hardware or the door latches. So those were painted correctly. Door cards all look good. No cracks or dents in the door cards. And we got a nice aftermarket rear sliding window. Full-size galvanized roof rack with the jerry cans and the jack as well. Brand new rear door, new hardware on the door, new hinges and stainless hardware, new lights in the rear as well. And then there's your axe and your pick handle. Galvanized ladder as well. Rear cross member looking fantastic. And we'll take a look at the back side of the rear cross member while we're talking about it. As you can see, beautiful rust-free condition. No cuts or welds in this chassis whatsoever. It's in beautiful shape. And we'll get underneath the vehicle later and get a closer look. There's the new suspension. Tires are in fantastic shape. New set of mud flaps. And in the back here, we've got inward facing jump seats, so they fold down and then they store up just like that. So these are all custom leather interior, custom leather seats, black carpet, Exmoor trim. Headliner is gray carpet as well, in fantastic shape. All the trim pieces for the county are in place. And moving along, corners in beautiful shape, no dents or dings in the corners or in the rear quarters. Absolutely flat, beautiful, gorgeous professional paint job. Again, this is Sand Glow Yellow. This is the Camel Trophy color. In the middle row here, we've got a 60/40 split bench, and these seats do fold forward and out of the way, so you can have a little bit more storage in the back if you need it. And again, there's your Exmoor trim carpet set. There's the back side of these seats. These are Masai, actually. Beautiful leather custom seats. And again, doors all in beautiful shape. Seat box carpet, lovely. Front seats, beautiful. This is like a gray colored leather with some tan piping. Center locking center cubby box, which is good. This thing is super heavy duty. I would not be afraid to put wallets or jewelry or guns in here and keep them locked up. This is a Puma style dash, I believe. It's got this different style. Your vents here open and shut to let some breeze in. You do have a aftermarket touchscreen AM/FM radio. This is the R380 gearbox with the LT230 center locking differential. And there's a good look at the carpet set. Beautiful Exmoor trim carpet set. And here's the bulkhead corners. Beautiful shape. There's your vents. Here's your VIN tag if you want to pause that and take a look at it. Brand new windscreen seal as well. Wipers are all new. And let's take a look at the front outriggers. Gorgeous shape. This chassis is absolutely beautiful. All right, so let's go ahead and start it up. And we do also have the TD5 dashboard that's been upgraded. We got 103,000 kilometers on the clock. She fires right up. Running fantastic. Great running engine. The 300 TDI never fails. No smoke out of the tailpipe. Running absolutely perfect. Okay, so let's take a look underneath here, starting at the rear. And calipers all look nice and clean. Dust covers in place. Rotors look good. There's a good look at the new shocks and springs. Terra Firma exhaust is new as well. That's Brit Part, in great shape. And there's another close look at the chassis. This is where they normally get all rusty, right here at the bottom, at the rear. And as you can see, beautiful shape. And this is a TD5 style fuel tank, so this is plastic and it's a lot more durable and doesn't rust on you. It's got the skid plate as well. This is also a TD5 rear axle. Rear ball joint looks good, and again, dust covers in place. Calipers look nice and clean. Shocks and springs are new. Tires in great shape. Chassis, beautiful shape. Okay, so here we are on the driver's side. There's a good look at the new suspension, Terra Firma shocks and springs. There's the rear axle. I don't see anything leaking out of the pinion seal. Prop shafts, UJs look good. And then it looks like the exhaust is new from the tailpipe back, and the silencer muffler part is actually a few years old, but looks to be in decent shape. And then there's your parking brake, and here's your transfer case. Looks to be a slight leak out of the transfer case. I don't see any drips forming here on the screws. If it's a bad leak, you'll see droplets just hanging out here. So it's a very slow leak, but you know, nothing too serious. Gearbox looks good, no leaks out of the gearbox. And there's a good look at the bottom of the oil pan. That looks nice and clean as well. And the chassis, absolutely gorgeous shape. New bushings on the front control arms and new bushings on the rear radius arms. Chassis looking mint. There's the middle outriggers, beautiful shape. And then there's your front outriggers as well, gorgeous. Okay, and here we are on the passenger side, same story, beautiful shape, front outriggers, great shape, new bushings, chassis rails, looking absolutely factory. Middle outrigger, beautiful as well. Fresh coating of wax oil on here. It's not the real sticky stuff, it's pretty dry. There's a good look at the bottom of the battery box. Beautiful shape. These normally get really rusty, and this is in fantastic shape. Again, outriggers, great shape. There's your exhaust, there's your rear axle. There's your center diff. See, it's not leaking on this side, it's just a small leak on the other side. Very minor. And then gearbox, oil pan, front axle. Okay, up front here, looking pretty tidy. Those are not brand new swivel seals, but they have been replaced recently, and they are in good shape. New seal retainers as well. Dust covers on the rotors are in place. Rotors look good. They're vented up front. Steering drop arm looks good. Steering stabilizer. There's the bottom of the motor, very clean. The sump seal has recently been replaced. New oil filter and change when the sump seal was done. And front springs and shocks. Swivel seals on the passenger side as well. Pretty tidy. And then there's a good look at the entire underside. Okay, so let's take her for a spin down the road. We'll test out the acceleration, the gear changes, the steering and the braking and everything that goes along with driving this vehicle. All right, so let's start off in first gear like we normally do. And there's second gear. Absolutely no clunking out of the gear changes. The gearbox feels nice and solid. And there's fourth gear. All right, so I just did another video yesterday for almost identical vehicle with the almost identical suspension. And this vehicle, for some reason, feels so much floatier and Cadillac-like almost. I think it's the extra weight of the roof rack and the accessories. It just makes it feel a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more weight on the vehicle, just a tiny bit makes a little bit of difference. And it's got a different set of tires as well, so that could have something to do with it. BF Goodrich versus Cooper Discoverers. But it rides very comfortably actually for a Defender, and I'm surprised. Anyways, so we'll downshift into third gear here and we'll accelerate. Engine sounds amazing. There's third gear, fourth gear, and fifth gear. And we're cruising at about 45 miles an hour. And now we're going to test the brakes. We'll get quite aggressive with the brakes here. All right, so no pulling right or left, no squeaking, no shaking or vibrations in the brakes. 10 out of 10 for the brakes. All right, let's try reverse gear. Make sure nobody's a-coming. We are clear for takeoff. All right, and let's go through the gears one more time, quite aggressively. Yeah, no noise at all out of the gear shifts. Dropping the clutch kind of hard. Very smooth. So everything that will normally go bad and rattle on a Defender, like the drive shafts, the universal joints, the drive flanges, the center diff, that will usually cause all the clunky noises, but everything is feeling very solid in this vehicle. Drives mint. Suspension is beautiful. Soaks up the bumps in the road. It's nice and quiet in here, and great running vehicle.